Hello, everybody. I would like to talk about anxiety and understanding anxiety. And I would also like to start by telling you my experiences with anxiety, which I had in the late 90s. First of all, I would like to say that anxiety is not an illness, it is a condition. But obviously, it does make you feel like something's wrong with you and your body overreacts. That's when obviously the thing called panic sets in, which is called acute anxiety. Two things to remember is severe anxiety or sudden anxiety is called panic. So, I'd like to tell you about my experience. Back in the late 90s, I was in Newcastle city centre and I walked to Barrack Road where the BBC centre is, and I did a few songs there. And as I came out, I started feeling funny because I started walking back towards the city centre, which is quite a hike, to be honest with you. It's quite a long walk, and I remember feeling depressed, a bit down. I just started feeling really funny and like I just couldn't get my breath, or should I say, I thought I couldn't get my breath, which I'm going to get to that very soon. So I eventually got back to the city centre, and I felt lost. I just couldn't get my breath. The streets were busy. I was walking around just not knowing what to do. I didn't know what was going on with us, and I didn't realise I was actually anxious, to be fair. So went to the bus stop, the bus station, and I got the bus back home. I sat at the back of the bus, and we just came out of Newcastle. We got the Gosforth metro station, and I went to see the driver. I said, "Look, sorry to bother you, but I don't feel very well." So he sat me at the top of the bus, and he kept an eye on us. So we got to a town called Morpeth. Then he said, "Right, I'm going to call the ambulance," because he didn't know what was going on. And he did the right thing by that. And then the paramedics came, and they took me to Wansbeck Hospital in Ashington. And they did all the checks on us to be safe, and I was diagnosed as acute anxiety, which is severe anxiety. It was like a panic attack, and so I didn't understand it for a while, and I was bad for like the end of that year, because it was right before the Christmas I had this actually first happened, and then beginning of 1998, I was a bit I was a bit rough because I didn't understand what was going on with this. But once I understood, it's a feeling, it's a strong feeling, which makes you feel like something's the matter with you, but it's actually nothing wrong with you. And the most important thing to remember is that anxiety can't do you any physical harm or mental harm. It can't give you a heart attack. A lot of people do think they're having a heart attack when they're having a panic attack, but it's got absolutely nothing to do with heart attacks. And other people worry about is they're going mad when they're anxious, but it's actually not. It can't do any physical harm or mental harm. Please remember that. That comes from a psychiatrist that I've got told off, and doctor will tell you exactly the same. So what you have to do is you have to sort of like think to yourself, right, I need to go out there and keep on going. Do not hide away, because the worst thing you can do is hide away from it. It will not get better. So when you're sitting in a room, whether it's a McDonald's or a cafe or anywhere, and you feel everybody, you start to feel funny, you kind of breathe, you kind of you feel a bit dizzy. There's a little tip I do. It's called, I'll show you this as a little sign. My writing's not that good, but it says, "I will not rush out the door. I will slowly count to 4." So just sit down or stand if you're not sitting. Just try and take deep breaths and just say, "I will not rush out the door. I will slowly count to 4." And try and take your mind off thinking about your breathing or whatever's bothering, whether it's your throat getting tight or you're feeling dizzy. These are all symptoms of anxious people. So just try and think of something nice, which sort of like, something you enjoy, whether it's music, or just try and take your mind off it. Distract yourself. If you can distract yourself, that's definitely the way forward. So, but I want people to realise it's not an illness, it's actually a condition. It's not a nice condition, but I just made this video because I think a lot of people out there don't know what's happening to them. So I put it on Facebook, So I'm doing it again now to put it on YouTube. So I lost the original video, I deleted it, so it's on Facebook doing well. There's a lot of people benefited from it, so I'm hoping when I put this on YouTube, it'll help people as well. I mean, any questions, any messages, feel free to message on here on YouTube or even my Facebook page. My name's Brian English. But like I say, and another important thing to do as well is when you're feeling a bit down or whatever, is I will not avoid doing things I enjoy. Again, excuse my writing, it's a bit poor. I will not avoid doing things I enjoy. Keep on doing the things you do. It means in a room, in a bar, don't avoid getting drinks for your friends. You know, get out there, take one step at a time. Please don't hide away, because it just makes it longer to get better. And I'll tell you another good tip as well, is to tell people you're anxious, you're not feeling very well. No one's going to laugh at you. People can actually help you with this sort of thing, and it takes a weight off your shoulder to let someone know, or someone's know, that you're feeling that way. So I think that's very important. So it's what you can do is you can sort of go for walks. That's another way of sort of like just quiet little walks. You know, if you're feeling anxious, just try and think of something nice, and that can help as well. Like I say, definitely do things you enjoy, but always remember, anxiety is not an illness, it's a condition. It's a condition. Many people think it's having a heart attack or they're going crazy. It's not going to happen. You can't die of a panic attack. It's a severe condition. It's quite a common condition, so I just hope this helps in a way. Like I say, I'm better now, and it's quite a common thing. You know, people like Frank Bruno's had it. Doesn't matter who you are, don't be ashamed of it. Always tell your family, tell your friends, tell somebody at work. It's very important to do that. You know, definitely like always keep doing the things you enjoy. And like I say, that little tip there, I will not rush out the door, I will slowly count to 4. That's definitely a good tip. Another thing I would like to say is anxiety usually comes with depression. But there is cases when you can get people who are depressed who are never anxious. You can get people who are anxious who are not depressed. But in general cases, it's actually the two actually come together. So, you know, it generally comes that way, because that's where I got mine. But you can get people who are just like nervous and maybe not depressed. People that might just get like a few panic attacks. But like I say, it generally does come together, anxiety and depression. And like I said, you can also get people who are depressed and not have a panic attack, but there is a lot of common cases where they do work together, anxiety and depression. So, I mean, I do my music, that's what I love doing, and I love playing at the public, I love doing my music videos, that's what I do. And that doesn't, you know, don't be frightened to do the things you love. Always remember, your breathing will get back to normal again. If your throat feels tight, it'll eventually just, it only goes so far. It's like I say, it's a major state of uneasiness. It's a condition very common, but you know, you could probably diagnose yourself by listening to this video. It's all these things, dizziness. They're just strong feelings. They won't do you any physical harm or mental harm. They won't kill you. It's a condition. So I don't think there's anything else I can really say. But if you want to leave a message on my Facebook Messenger, feel free, or even on this YouTube. But I hope that. But remember, once again, I will not rush out the door. I will slowly count to 4. I will not avoid doing the things I love. Keep on doing. I will not avoid doing the things I enjoy. Keep on going. It's not an illness, it's a condition. And help each other. That's the most important thing. Don't be alone. There's always somebody here, and don't panic. Don't think it's the end. It's never going to be the end. There's always a way out of this. There's always a way out of this. Anxiety is a condition. Always a way out of it. So think positive. Watch this video as many times as you feel better. I've been there. I was in despair, but you can always overcome it. And always tell somebody you're feeling down. And if you're feeling like panicking and you can't go out, well, you can get help one step at a time. If you're in a room, slowly count to 4. Breathe deeply, slowly. Relax. Just nice and calm, nice and easy. That's the way forward. Always remember, it is not an illness, it's a condition, and it can be overcome. So please remember that. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. God bless you.